What's up everyone, welcome to Tech Meow. Today we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 tweaks for the week. Now these are just a couple of tweaks that I'm currently enjoying that I want to share with all of you. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, just to go ahead and give you a heads up, I'm not going to jump into the finer details of all of the tweaks. I'm going to at least give you an overview of each of them. And if you want a more in-depth video about that particular tweak, make sure you leave it in the comments section so I know that you're interested in it. So the first tweak we have on our list is YouTube Pro. Now what this tweak does is it gives you a couple of options that are not typically found in your YouTube app. So by that I mean it'll allow you to have all of these things mentioned here. So you can have a white keyboard, you can disable voice search, you can have no Chrome, music on, 3G select, no ads, and also enable background audio, which honestly is the main and only reason that I really downloaded this tweak. And it might be for you as well, because now with background audio, I'm able to go into YouTube here and play a video. So I'm gonna go to my channel and watch a video, and I can hit the home button and the video will keep playing. Now the only thing that I've noticed that happens in doing this is that sometimes when I go back into YouTube here, it has to resync the audio. But I think that's more so the longer that you're out of the application, you know, the more that it has to do when you go back into the application, but I could be wrong. But nonetheless, that's YouTube Pro and it's definitely worth checking out. So up next, we have Searchlight. Now with Searchlight, you basically have a more advanced version of Spotlight. So I can activate Spotlight my typical way. And you'll see here that my Spotlight looks a little bit different. So instead of not giving me any results, it now gives me some pre-populated results, such as the recent apps that I've had open, my favorite applications that I've set there, as well as the full application list. And for those of you that have played with Android at all, there's a particular launcher up there that kind of resembles this to me, where it gives you like your application list. But that's just a whole random side note. But I really like this because it does give you the application list. You can jump letters over here on the right-hand side so that you can quickly get to an application, or you can search for an app as you normally would. Now, there are some options to configure. You have an activator method that you can set. So if you want an alternate way to pretty much activate Searchlight, you have that option to do so with that right there. You can also change the appearance and the behavior. So you have different header views, which honestly, I really don't know what that means. I haven't really played with that to understand it. And also you have the option to resize the header, replace notification center gesture with pretty much the activator gesture. You can also disable the keyboard on launch, which is actually what I'm about to do. And you can force rotation. Also, the main thing I really want to show you though is where you can go here and select if you want certain things included or not. So you can have a recents list included, a favorites list, which is what I currently have, and an application list. And if you tap on it, it'll give you more options for each. But that, for the most part, everyone is Searchlight. So coming in at number 3, we have Power Tap. Now what Power Tap does is it allows you to hold down your power button, and then on your slide to unlock screen, you can tap the power button to change what activation is done if you were to slide it. So by that, I mean, I can tap here and you can see that it says slide to reboot. So I could slide it in and it would then reboot, or I can tap it again and let's see, I can get it to slide to respring, or I can tap it one more time. And I really don't know what that option means, but my settings will tell you what it means because I'm about to hop back into it. Safe mode. So you have the option to turn on any of these toggles here, reboot, respring, and safe mode. And you can change the text that is, you know, displaying. So instead of it saying slide to reboot, you might have it say something else, then throw an emoji in there or something else just to make it more like the way you want it to be. So this is a nice, convenient way to get your phone in a mode that you need it to be in. Coming in at number 4, we have no slow animations. And this tweak basically does exactly what it says. You have either fast animations or no slow animations, which in turn makes it feel as though your device is moving that much faster. So as this indicator states here, if you move it all the way to the left, it will make your animations move faster. You move it all the way to the right, it makes your animations move slower. So this is just something to maybe speed your device up in essence without really technically speeding it up. The faster the animations, the faster your device goes. So definitely check this one out as well. Next up, we have Folder Enhancer. And what this particular tweak does is it allows you to have a little bit more options in terms of your folders. So you can have something called nested folders where you can place a folder inside of a folder. So I'm going to demonstrate that with this here. My Apple folder, I'm going to drag it into my Jailbreak folder. And now when I go into my Jailbreak folder, you'll see that my Apple folder is inside of there. And that is compliments of Folder Enhancer. So Folder Enhancer gives you a couple of more options in conjunction with that. So as I mentioned, it can give you nested folders. It can also allow you to have apps close on launch or when you're pressing the home button. You can also turn on the animation for opening and closing a folder, zoomed wallpaper, and you can also have a custom layout for your folder icon. So let's go here and you can see that you can make your folder icon look very different in terms of the columns and rows and everything on it. And then you could respring for those changes that you've made to take effect. But for the most part, I just really use it for nested folders because sometimes I want to declutter my screen and put a folder inside of a folder to kind of help with that. But that's my main purpose for using it. Coming in next, we have dim. Now, I really like this one because especially when you're in a setting such as a movie theater where you have to turn your brightness down, it's like you can't turn it down low enough. And with dim, you can actually get it to a very, very truly dim level. So I'm going to go into my settings. I'm going to go to my tweak here, dim, and I'm going to enable it. And already you should notice that my screen has gotten darker. So you can really make the screen's brightness go pretty much all the way down. It's actually down so far now I can't see it. Okay, so I was able to turn my brightness back up. But with this particular one, you can adjust the brightness as I just showed you and make it a little bit, darker than it normally can go. You also have some activator actions that you can set to quickly adjust your brightness as well. But I'm going to turn this particular tweak back off. But I really like it because, like I mentioned, when you're in a movie theater and you want your brightness to be very low so it's not kind of like just bam in your face or in everybody else's face, this is the very discreet way to go about doing so. And it has a flip switch so that if you have the flip switch tweak, you can enable dim from your control center down at the bottom here. Next up, we have CONFERO. And this one will allow you to basically view all of your notifications via one gesture method. So mine is to double tap the right side of my status bar. And now all of my notifications are viewable from within here. And I can dismiss them or open them up all from within this one area here. So swiping up will dismiss it. And then if I swipe all the way down here, it gives me a prompt and asks me, do I want to clear all of my notification badges? And I can select to cancel it, or if I want to really do it, I can hit OK, but I don't want to do that. But you do have some options for CONFERO. And those options consist of turning the tweak on or off. And then you can also adjust what type of mode it is. If you want to use a close box so you get an X instead of a gesture when you close out an application. You can also allow paging so that when you're scrolling, it's much like how you would on a home screen versus being able to kind of stop exactly where you want. You can hide the app badge and a couple of more options down here as well that you can take advantage of. Now for my 8th tweak, this is one of my favorites and it's called Apex 2. Now, Apex 2 will conflict with iWidgets if you use it because those are two tweaks that I enjoy, Apex 2 and iWidgets, and I had to let iWidgets go in order to use Apex 2, but I don't regret it because with Apex 2, you're able to have pretty much hidden folders. So I can swipe up on an icon here and it will reveal more applications that are hidden behind that particular one. So I have that one for YouTube, or I can swipe up on my navigation and see other navigation related applications that I have, or I can swipe up on my camera and reveal other camera related apps I have. So the list just go on and on and on. So hopping into my settings, you see you have a couple of options, of course, where you have your user guide and then once again the configuration where you can kind of adjust the view. So you can have grabbers or sub app previews, which kind of gives it a stacked view, and grabbers gives you the little line that you normally see when you're pulling up on Control Center or Notification Center, that little line right there. But I don't like seeing either. I would like it to kind of be, I guess, less apparent that I have something running like that. Then beneath that, you have the option to change what gesture is used to pull up the sub app, meaning the other apps that are hidden behind the main one. So you can have the gesture be to swipe up, down, or double tap on the app. Mine's is either option up or down, but I don't care to have a double tap option. You can also change which way Spotlight is accessed. So you can have it so that it's this typical way, which is to swipe down on the middle of your screen, or you can change it so that it's to tap on the status bar instead, so it doesn't interfere with Apex at all. But honestly, I have mine on its default swipe down and I don't have any problems. And then you have 3 other options: to close on app launch, aggregate your badge count, meaning that when you get a notification within a sub app, it's just going to appear on the main app. So I know, like, sometimes with Safari here, I have my mail app hidden behind it. So when I get a email, my Safari will have a badge number. So that's what that means. And then the last option, then configuration, was allow creation of new. And honestly, I don't know what that means, so we're going to ignore it. Now for number 9, we have Now I have done a video on this tweak because I absolutely love it. It's hilarious. And what it does is it basically pranks whoever tries to get in your phone. So say, for instance, your friend has your phone and they try to unlock it and they type in the wrong passcode. They then get hit with a picture or a video which basically taunts them at getting the passcode wrong. So in my case, I've changed the video and I put a picture of Snoop Dogg giving that, like, you know, come on now, really face. I thought that was kind of cute, but there are some settings to configure for this particular tweak. Here you have the option to turn the tweak on or off. Certain actions might require a respring, so you have a respring option in here as well. You can also customize what appears when the passcode is entered incorrectly, so you can choose a video and a background. So in my case, I just did not choose a video and I just chose a picture. So that's why only a picture was up there. However, you can change it to a video, and have a video play instead of a picture on top of a background image. And for a better visual of all of this, check out my video. I'm trying to annotate it right here in this particular one and also down below in the description box as well. But check it out. It's hilarious. You also have some other options like how many failed attempts can be done and how do you want to stop the video from being played. But like I said, for further details, check out that video that I've done. And last but not least, we have date and status bar. A very simple tweak, no options to configure. You install and it's running. So date and status bar does exactly what it says. It gives you your date and your status bar, which is very convenient because then you don't have to go to your lock screen and look at it, and you don't have to open your calendar app. It's always there right beside your clock. So that does sum everything up for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. And the question for this video to have your comment featured in the next video is going to be, what is your favorite tweak? What are your top 3 tweaks that you have to have installed on your device? Drop what those are down below in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. And as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out. And just so you're all aware, I have not forgotten the whole series that I have of my custom iPhone setup and what that series name is going to be. The only thing I'm having an issue with right now that I've been struggling with for these past 2 weeks, so please don't be mad at me, is which name am I going to choose? There's so many good names, and I know I keep saying that, but I'm an indecisive person, so this doesn't make it easy. So I'm probably going to honestly bring in one of my friends to help me pick it out. So next video, seriously this time, guys, next video I will have someone that I've chosen that has given me a series name that I will use. I just need a little help making a decision. But I do appreciate the support and the suggestions. All of them were so great. So until next time, guys, much love.